Conversations can get tough to keep going unless we know how to go beyond what I call the waterline. Too often, conversations will get stuck reacting to what's above the waterline, what we say, how we sound, and how we look. It takes courage, it takes curiosity to go below the waterline. And these are 7 helpful phrases that I've gained over the years, being both a psychologist and a mediator, that will help keep the conversation going. Things that will move a confrontation into a conversation. Too often we get triggered, we become fearful, and we stop at what's being said without finding out really where other people are coming from. So let me share with you 7 helpful phrases to keep tough conversations going. First, my favorite, say more about that. I want to understand where you're coming from. That's actually an invitation to people to say more about that. And it actually shows that you're interested in hearing more about their perspective. Number 2, help me understand. What does that mean to you? Again, another invitation to have the other person share more. They're actually helping you to learn from their perspective, because there are lots of words and we can interpret words very differently. And so we use a common word like respect. Okay, help me understand. What does that mean to you? Again, going below the waterline. Number 3, another one of my favorites. Let me check in for clarity. What has been your experience around blank, whatever that is? And so you're actually, again, telling them that you want to clarify your understanding, clarify your interpretation, clarify how their experience may be different from your experience. Number 4, thanks for sharing. Interesting. I've had a different experience than what you've described. Again, it's simply acknowledging what they've shared, but that you've had different experiences around the same thing. Number 5, I sense your intention was positive, but what was said and how it felt, maybe unsettling, uncomfortable, didn't feel that way. Would you be open to talking further? Again, I want to understand where you're coming from. Number 6, I can see or hear your frustration. That was challenging for me as well. What was challenging for you about that? Let me share what was challenging for me about that. Again, deepening the conversation, showing interest, initiative, and acknowledgement about what the other person has experienced without shutting them down. Too often, people feel with statements made that they're being challenged in their beliefs or their experiences, and that what they have experienced isn't important or isn't meaningful. And then number 7, you've said some important things, and I want to make sure I capture your key concerns. Or you said some important things, and I want to make sure I understand what they mean to you and how that impacts the situation between us. So there you have it, 7 helpful phrases. All of them are powerful and can be a conversation change agent. It will keep you from going into confrontation, or at least redirecting confrontation into conversation. Try it. You might like it. I'd love to hear back what you gained, what you experienced. So do leave your comments. Let me know. Dr. Debra Dupree, the Mindset Doc, making efforts to change the minds and lives of millions across the globe.